Somebody said my 14-month-old son is a picky eater. Please, what do you recommend I do to improve this? Someone said I am trying to start my 6-month-old with solids. She really dislikes cereal. What else can I try? What bottle do you recommend for the transition? I still use baby bottle for my son. How did you get your baby to eat solid food? My baby is 18 months and he barely eats. How do I get my picky eater fully off breast milk and eating properly? Did you do purees or baby-led weaning, and when did you stop breastfeeding? Before I get into this video, I wanted to do something new that I want to start on my channel. Is the comment section shout out. What is the comment section shout out? Well, I'm going to screenshot a comment every video and give the person a shout out at the beginning of my video. So today's comment section shout out is right here. Thank you so much for your comments. I'm going to do this again in my next video, so thank you. You're the comment section shout out, so if you're here, thank you for this comment. On my Instagram stories, I did a question box thing where I had some of you guys ask me questions that you would like for me to answer concerning babies and baby feeding and food and all of that. So I'll basically be answering your questions and then putting in my own 2 cents. So stay tuned till the end though, don't leave. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, okay?
If you haven't watched my last video where I shared what my baby eats in a day, please go watch that video. However, if you've seen that video, let's carry on.
Okay, so now that you guys have seen that, you basically saw what Zuri ate throughout the day, and the format is the same almost every day. The only changes that we have is the food that she eats. And when it comes to what Zuri eats, the first question everybody asks me is, what do you feed her? I basically feed her what we eat in this house. Like, whatever we're eating, she's eating. I'm not making special baby food for her. Before I even get into answering your questions, let me backtrack a little bit to go back to how Zuri started eating. So I don't know if you guys have seen my breastfeeding video, but basically I breastfed Zuri exclusively for 6 months. I breastfed her just breast milk, no water, no food, no purees, nothing. But when I say exclusively breastfed, I mean like she wasn't eating anything to get full. Like sometime around 5 months ish, we started putting a little bit of something in her mouth, but just because she was always like interested in our food, not really because we were feeding her those things. I hope that makes sense. Well, now that I've said that, I'm going to go on to say that after she exclusively breastfed for 6 months, we started introducing her to soft food. By soft food, I mean mashed foods. Mashed, soft, nice texture, things that will not choke her, things that go down easily to baby's throat. I started with avocados. In the beginning, I wanted to be that mom. I wanted to do mashed and purees, and like I wanted to get the baby blender and do everything. I even got like a hand grinder thing. Let me tell you something. My baby was like, what you doing? This ain't what I want. What is you doing? I want what you be eating that's making me want to eat, not what you're trying to make me. So I basically stopped because clearly she wasn't interested in all of that. So we started in the beginning. My big mommy was here. I don't know if you guys remember big mommy, but she's fine. I know you're gonna ask now that I've mentioned her. She's doing really well. She's in Nigeria. She's with big daddy. Hopefully she can come to visit sometime again, but right now she has to be with big daddy because big daddy don't be traveling abroad and overseas. But she says hello. She always asks about you guys, so that's that. But yeah, my big mommy basically started making beans, and then she would like grind the beans to be soft. She would grind rice, but she would season it the way we season our food, just a little less, okay? And then when it came to the potatoes, we just make sure they were really soft and we could mash it with a spoon to feed it to Zuri. She would eat the potatoes with our stew, our sauce. Like there was nothing special we really did except making sure that the regular food we eat were soft for her to be able to chew and swallow, because she was like 6 months old. Fast forward to about 8 months old, big mommy's gone. Ame's mom is here now, my mother-in-law, and Zuri continued eating everything we were eating because we just kept feeding her what we were eating and she was liking it. We made sure it wasn't anything that would choke her, but I want to say again, we basically fed her what we ate. We don't eat spicy crazy food like that in this house, but there are some meals that we make that need to be spicy. I just don't feed her those ones. Like if it's too spicy, I'm not giving it to her. Now that I have said that, so the timeline goes, she started eating solids, whatever you consider solids, as fruits, mashed, whatever, at 6 months old. 9 months old, she stopped taking breast milk completely and was only taking baby formula and soft solid foods. and the baby formula she was using, because I know somebody's gonna ask me, is the Enfamil Neuro Pro. She took that up until she was like 13 months old, and after 13 months old I knew she had to switch to whole milk, but the old milk we started with was not working well with her body. Like, she would poop and the poop was really weird and it was just not working well, so I stopped whole milk at 1 year old. Why do they say you should give your baby whole milk at 1 year old? Because it helps with their brain development. The fat in whole milk is very essential for a baby's development. That's why when your baby turns 1, they want you to stop the baby formula and switch to whole milk. So when Zuri turned 1, whole milk wasn't working, so I switched to Enfamil Toddler Next Step. It was a powder formula, but it was working, so I just kept giving it to her. At about 13 going into 14 months, I think, was it even 13 going into 14 months, I'm not sure, but somewhere along the line one of my friends told me about the Horizon whole milk. It's an organic whole milk. You guys already saw the milk in this past video, so definitely that was the milk that somebody told me about, and Zuri started using that milk and it's been working so great so far. You can find it in most of your grocery stores, and if you don't live in America, just find organic oat milk. I think it's really the organic part that makes the difference with the oat milk, where it's not just whole milk, you know what I mean? But yeah, don't quote me, but I think that's what it is. Okay, now I'm going to get into the questions that you guys ask me so that I can answer some very specific questions. All right, let's go into the questions. Grab my phone because I have to go on Instagram. So here we go. The questions are very similar, honestly. Everybody's question look literally the same. Yeah, I think everybody just had the same question. So let's start from the beginning. Somebody said, my 14-month-old son is a picky eater. Please, what do you recommend I do to improve this? I feel like I can't really answer this question because Zuri is not a picky eater and has never been, so I never really had to make her eat. But what I would say is, from my observation with Zuri, whenever I give her too many options on a plate, that's when she becomes a picky eater. If I put like fish, rice, this and that, and peas and this and that, because I'm trying to make the plate look colorful, so you just look at me, it's plenty food now, okay, let me pick, and then she becomes like really, I don't even know what to say. Once I notice the pattern is that when I have too many different kind of foods on a plate, she doesn't really eat well and she becomes picky. I stopped it. So when I'm giving her any food, I'm making sure it's one food she can actually eat and she will get good stuff from it. Doing this means that every plate is not going to be packed full of every nutrient your baby needs, but that's why I make sure if breakfast doesn't have that thing, lunch will have it, and dinner will have it, or snacks in between will have it. So yeah, sometimes I'm giving her mashed potatoes and chicken, or mashed potatoes and fish. Yeah, there's no peas and greens in it, but then lunch is going to have greens and peas or something like that, because I don't want each meal to have everything and she only picks like 2 pieces of everything and then she's done. No, I want her to eat one meal really full, and then the next meal really full, and the next meal really full. So yeah, my advice for that is basically just try to give your baby less options in each meal, and just be like, you know, I don't even sing to Zuri, so I don't want to say sing, but I've heard that singing works, like aeroplane is coming or something like that. So try all of that stuff, and when your baby watches you, when your baby sees that you are eating, maybe it's just my own baby, maybe she's like a mother, but when your baby sees that you're eating, they get hungry too. They're like, wait, oh, is it all these people that can have nice things? Like, that's how Zuri really started. She was very curious, like, wait, first of all, why I gotta be drinking milk and y'all eating all this fancy colorful stuff? So let your baby see you eat. Don't go and eat in the room or like hiding to eat in the kitchen and your baby never sees you actually eating. Let your baby see you eat. That way they too, they'll be like, wait, if my mommy is liking this thing so much, maybe me too, I should start liking it a little bit. So yeah, let your baby see you eat. Let them watch you. Enjoy it. Every time you want to feed them, don't be so carried away with like, okay, open your mouth. No, sometimes I'll sit down. If it's something new I'm trying to give Zuri, I'll put the food in front of her, but instead of immediately saying open your mouth, I'll be like, put it in my own mouth, and I'm like, yummy, wow, daddy, this is yummy. And she's looking at me, but me too, I want to try this yummy thing now, you know. And then she opens her mouth the moment I put it in her mouth. It's just I finesse it with these babies. They don't know what they are doing, let's be honest. So they do know what they're doing sometimes, but you get what I mean. I know it's hard. I've heard stories from moms who are like, my baby doesn't eat, I don't know what to do. And that's actually a lot of questions in here, so I'm just gonna answer all of you all at the same time right now and tell you, do what I just said. Like, I cannot answer, like, I don't know what else to say. And pray. Everything is prayer. I'm not playing. Everything is prayer. Pray. Tell God, babe, I want my child to eat, period. Someone said, I am trying to start my 6-month-old with solids. She really dislikes cereal. What else can I try? Zuri actually didn't take any of the Gerber cereal. She didn't like them either. I tried to mix them with breast milk. I tried to mix them with baby powder. I tried to do so many kind of things. She just did not take the Gerber cereal. And by cereal, I'm thinking you mean the powder blended, like, you know, oatmeal-ish kind of cereal, not Cheerios and cornflakes. So yeah, Zuri didn't take those baby cereal either, and I don't know why, because now she takes regular cereal, as you guys saw. But yeah, some babies just don't take these baby foods as well as other babies, and you just have to be okay with it, because these babies know what they want, and if it's not what they want, they're not gonna eat it. And then you start thinking your baby's picky because, yeah, they don't want it, you know what I mean? So what else can you try? Your baby is 6 months. Just start introducing the food that you eat in your household to the baby. Like, whatever you guys eat, introduce it to the baby, and, you know, make it soft, make it nice, baby friendly, and that's just it. Babies don't particularly have to take Gerber baby rice cereal or oatmeal cereal. Like, there's no babies must take cereal. Does that make sense? So yeah, when and how did you start Zuri on solids? I already mentioned this at the beginning of this part, and I also want to say that I actually have a blog post on my blog. You guys, I have a whole website that I post things on. This blog post is very detailed. When I tell you detailed, it tells you how I stopped breastfeeding, how everything, the whole story, how I struggled with it. Everything is on that blog post. I will link it in the description box. Please go read that blog post. What bottle do you recommend for the transition? I still use baby bottle for my son. This one is where all of you will now think, babe, I don't have all the answers, because Zuri still uses Komotomo baby bottle and Tommy Tippy or Zitimi Toppy bottle. Now, I know. This is not what every mother wants to hear, but my baby just did not take any other bottle. I tried everything. I called pediatrician, I called other mothers, I went to Walmart, I went to Amazon, I bought bottles upon bottles upon bottles. Zuri say no, she would rather not drink milk if I don't want to give her in a baby bottle. So I talked to pediatrician. I was like, excuse me, ma, my baby doesn't want milk from any bottle. So if she really needs 16 to 24 ounces of whole milk or milk per day, there's no way I can give it to her if I don't put it in her bottle. What do I do? My doctor was like, give her milk, how she would take it. All these don't bottle. At the end of the day, I get where people are coming from the health field. Like, I understand. However, the benefits of her taking milk is more important than her taking milk from the bottle that's not baby bottle. Does that make sense? So ultimately, she doesn't drink baby bottle in her sleep. Like, she's not waking up in the middle of the night with baby bottle. She literally only takes baby bottle twice a day, which is before nap time and before bedtime. And then when she's done, the bottle is out of her mouth. It's not staying in her mouth. It's not affecting her teeth. It's like, you know what I mean? We sterilize the bottles, we wash the bottles. So I get, if your baby is on that bottle maybe 5 times a day, it might be a problem. But for where I am at, I don't have the answers, because my baby is still taking baby bottle. That's literally the only thing I can say right now. And if that's all your baby would take to get the nutrients they need, please give this baby the bottle. Don't quote me though. Talk to your own pediatrician. Maybe my pediatrician doesn't know what she's saying. How did you get your baby to eat solid food? My baby's 18 months and he barely eats. Wow. I've said it already, guys. How long she breastfeed, and was it exclusive or with formula? Exclusively for 6 months. We started introducing formula somewhere around 6 months. Yeah, somewhere around 6 months. So I will be following this, more tips. I hope you're watching this video. You said you'll be following for more tips, so I hope you're watching this video. The person that said that. Did you do purees or baby led weaning, and when did you start breastfeeding? Like I mentioned, I really wanted to be that mom blending things together, but my child just was like, nah, I don't want to eat blend peas and carrots and broccoli. I'd rather chew on broccoli. That's how Zuri was. Like, she would rather chew on broccoli, rather chew on cucumber, you know, but she just did not want the pureed stuff. It was nasty to her, and I understand why. Do you like that? It's like jail food. Anyways, how do you give her the milk? Do you mix it with something or just give her plain milk? The milk that she takes right now, which is Horizon organic milk, I give it to her plain straight shot in her bottle. She takes 8 ounces per bottle every time she takes one, 8 to 9 ounces every time she takes a bottle, and I give it to her straight. I don't mix it with anything. When we first started trying to switch her to formula, like I was trying all these other brands of formula and they were not working. I was mixing those ones with my breast milk and this and that. None of it worked until we started on Enfamil Neuro Pro. So yeah, I don't mix her current milk with anything though. I think that's your question. Does she take the Gerber rice or cereal at all? She never liked it. What she did start taking though is the cream of wheat cereal, but I like that a lot, so maybe that's where she gets that from. Cream of wheat cereal, and she took pap sometimes, but we don't even drink pap a lot because ain't nobody got pap at home. Do you get what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. Where can one get the whole milk from? Oh, I shared this on my story. I got mine from Sam's Club, but you can get it almost everywhere, almost every grocery store in America. I'm having the same issue with my son regarding the milk. Was thinking of trying oat milk. Oat milk, I don't know that one, but hey, try whatever, man. I hope it has enough nutrients for your baby though. Check with the pediatrician. I cannot help you with this one. I don't have any questions, but I just love your lifestyle. You're so sweet. I love you. This person said, how soft is her rice? Right now her rice is as soft as we eat our own rice, which is not too soft at all because I don't like too soft rice. But she's 17 months, almost 18 months now. But I know what you're asking is regarding like when she started eating solids. In the beginning our rice was really like basically blended rice, and then when she got to like 9 months, 8 months, 8.5 months after Big Mommy left, nobody was blending rice again. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. We were tired. Even Big Mommy, when she was leaving, she was like, she doesn't really need the blended rice anymore, you know. But yeah, we weren't really blending rice anymore at 8 months. But yeah, she just eats as we make it. Hi sis, please, when did you start introducing baby food? Okay, every question sounds the same. I think all the questions are the same. The next question says, how do I get my picky eater fully off breast milk and eating properly? Guys, sometimes you just have to wait till the child is ready, except it's affecting you mentally or affecting your work. Sometimes you really cannot fast forward these things and you just have to wait for the child to be ready. I know it sounds so sad. It's like, what? But if you're affected mentally and you're just like, oh no, I'm ready to be done, definitely there are ways about it. And you have to also consider that this child is a human being who is just used to what they're used to, and so you have to wean them slowly. Let me answer your question though. How do you get the picky eater to eat? I already answered that, but how to get the child fully off breast milk? Breast milk is addictive. Let's just be honest. These children get so comfortable and just used to the lifestyle, especially if you do direct breastfeeding. That one is the worst one. Like, I say worst because they love it. It's like they can hear your heartbeat, and you as a mom, you love it too. Don't lie, because that was one of the most challenging things when I wanted to wean her off, and I weaned Zuri off. I'm not gonna say Zuri was ready, so I can answer this question because I wanted to do the baby led weaning in my mind, but then I realized that sis was only using me as a pacifier, low-key, and that's really what happens with most babies. They get to the point where they start using you as a pacifier, and if you're okay with it, like, keep going. I was okay with it kinda, but I was also not okay with it. Like, it was one of those things where I was ready to be done with breastfeeding, but then I thought about like our bonding moments and like how I would be maybe hurting her, you know. I don't want to hurt my baby, that's my baby. But at the end of the day, I was like, nah sis, you gotta go. So no, it was not that easy. I'm lying. Honestly, I have to thank my mother-in-law because she was here when I was weaning Zuri off, so it was easier for somebody to just like give her a bottle. or somebody to just like pick her up instead of me just pacifying her. It was so much easier. So if you and your baby are alone all day every day and daddy or nobody is there to give the baby the bottle, the baby will think you're evil when you try to give them a bottle instead of the breast. So it's just, you need somebody there, from my experience, to kind of offset that straight to the boob situation. Yeah, and also finding a formula that baby really likes and takes well too will help you tremendously. Once we started using Enfamil NeuroPro, even Zuri was like, wait a minute, I can either be on this breast for forever trying to suck milk, or I can just take this bottle with Enfamil that tastes really good. She too, she started calculating things in her head. Do you get? So as a mom, definitely try find the formula that the baby really likes. That will help you and the baby. And also try to give the baby bottle, but not you directly feeding the baby. Let somebody else do it, and you have to take your mind off it. It's very mental. It's oh my god, it is a very mental situation. If you're thinking, babe, I can't, my baby will be crying, hey, it won't happen, because babies and you have got that connection already. So if your mind is there constantly just thinking this is not the time, you're not ready, just don't do it, because you will suffer small, baby will suffer small, then you will go back to it, then you will stop again, then you realize no, you have to stop, then you will go again. You're just hurting everybody. So my best thing is wait until you as the mom, you're ready. The child may not be ready, but when you are ready enough, you don't have to be fully ready, but you will know when you're ready enough that you can put an end to everything. But yeah guys, that's it. Check out my blog. I really wrote a lot in the blog. I feel like I do better writing than I do talking, but I hope you enjoyed this talking situation. And thank you guys so much for all the questions, and thank you so much for engaging with me even in my comment sections and on my stories on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram if you're not doing that already. So yeah, what else do I have to say? Nothing. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, and ask me questions in the comment section.